Now in the past, I've shown you how to make Subway sandwiches, salami sandwiches, and also chicken sandwiches. Basically, you get the picture that I can eat sandwiches all day, every day. I just love them. But today, I'm going to make a really epic chicken and waffle sandwich for you. That's right, you heard me right. Chicken and waffle sandwich. It's going to be epic, so let's get started. Now I'm using 250 grams of boneless chicken breasts to make these epic chicken and waffle sandwiches. So I've already cut these up like this, and you see that they're already marinating. I'll run you through what the marinade is. I've used juice of about half a lemon, 1/8 of a teaspoon of chili flakes, 1/4 teaspoon of black pepper powder, 1/4 teaspoon of garlic powder, that gives all the flavor, 1/2 teaspoon of salt, very important, and 1 tablespoon of flavorless oil. Now you must let the chicken marinate for at least 30 minutes. I've already done that, so I'm going to move on to the next part, which is making the coating for the chicken right now. So I've got here 1/2 cup of all-purpose flour, that's maida. I'm going to crack open an egg here. And just whisk that. And 1/2 cup of breadcrumbs here. These are not toasted, just regular breadcrumbs. Now I'm just going to get another plate and just watch and do as I do. Very simple. Just shake this around a little so that it's a little even in the plate. Now what this first dip does is that it just makes it nice and dry. That's the chicken going in, getting a really nice dry coating. Then into the whisked egg. This is what makes it really nice and crisp. Beautiful. And the breadcrumbs for texture. Now once you coat the chicken pieces in the flour, egg and breadcrumbs, you must let them rest for at least about 15 minutes in the refrigerator, because this lets the coating stick really well to the chicken. Okay, that's beautifully coated. So now I'm just going to pop these into the fridge for about 15 minutes where the coating can really stick to the chicken really well, and also wash my hands. So now we're going to start making savory waffles. That's right, these are savory, which means salty and not sweet. I know you're probably used to having sweet dessert-like waffles, but try these. They have a little bit of cheese in them, but let's just get started. They're buttermilk waffles, and pretty much like you, I never have buttermilk at home. So this is the hack that I use. This is 3/4 of a cup of regular milk. Now to this, I'm going to add 1 tablespoon of lemon juice. Oops, there you go. And just give that a stir and let it rest. Now we're going to move on to the dry ingredients while this rests for just about a couple of minutes. I've got 1 cup of all-purpose flour, maida, to which I'm going to add a 1/4 cup of whole wheat flour, that's atta, what we use in our rotis. Now you can totally skip this and just go with all-purpose flour. But I just have to sneak in something healthy. I don't know. I just have to. To that, I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of Parmesan cheese, which I've already grated. Now I know you're probably going to say, I don't have Parmesan cheese at home. What do I use? Anything that you have at home. 2 tablespoons, grate it, put it in here. 1/4 of a teaspoon of baking soda, 1/2 a teaspoon of baking powder, 1/4 of a teaspoon of onion powder, 1/4 teaspoon of dried oregano, put a little bit of pepper, so this will be about 1/8 of a teaspoon, 1/4 of a teaspoon of garlic powder, yum yum, 1/8 of a teaspoon of chili flakes, just a hint of chili flakes, so it won't be very spicy, but just have a kick to it, and about 1/4 of a teaspoon of regular salt. Now just mix that together. Okay, dry ingredients are mixed up, and here you'll see that the milk has curdled. Now the thing about buttermilk waffles is that the waffles turn out really nice and fluffy, which is why I just always like this little trick for making them. Now to this, I'm going to crack open an egg here. Just whisk up the egg. I just like doing this in the same measuring cup, just makes it very easy, and of course the cleanup is easier later as well. Come on, break up your little egg. And now the last thing that goes into this is 1 tablespoon of oil. I'm using a flavorless oil, but if you want to use olive oil, that would be really nice here too. Mix, 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 and just in one quick go, add it to the dry ingredients. And now just gently fold this together. And now you'll notice that this batter is going to turn out to be a really beautiful fluffy batter. If you notice a little bit of lumps in the batter, it's fine. That's fine, because that's what will make the waffles really nice and fluffy as well. But what we shouldn't have is any bits of unmixed flour, and getting that mixed together really well. Now at the same time, I've started preheating my waffle iron. I'm going to give that about 10 minutes to get really nice and hot, and also 10 minutes for this waffle batter to rest. So that's a break for me, right? It's been about 10 minutes and let's just see. Whoa, that's really heated up well. So now I'm just going to brush this waffle machine with some oil. It is a non-stick machine, but I still have to brush it with oil. And yes, I prefer oil to butter because it doesn't burn. So just brush it really well. So the waffle machine is really nicely greased from the inside, and I'm just going to use the half cup measure to measure out the waffle batter to pour it into the waffle machine. Now every waffle machine is just so different. I would suggest that whenever you buy your waffle machine, get to know each other. Get to know your waffle machine. So here, I'm just going to spread this out to the sides. And another half cup measure for the other side. Just plonk that in and then spread it to the sides. And now just shut this and let it cook till they're nice and crisp and golden on both sides. It's been about 3 minutes, so let's, oh wow, I was going to check on them, but they're just looking really good. So I know my waffle machine really well, so this cooks a little bit more. Now I've given it another 3 to 4 minutes to cook on the other side as well, so let's check on them. Wow, that looks beautiful, golden brown, and I'm just going to take this out and let it rest here. And it smells divine. So while the second batch of waffles is being made, I'm just going to heat up some oil to fry off the chicken that we had marinated and of course coated earlier. Now I'm going to fry it today, but you can also do this in the oven. Just spray this with a little bit of cooking oil and pop it into the oven, preheated at about 180 degrees for 30 minutes. But let's be a little indulgent today. The oil is nice and hot, so I'm just going to drop these in the hot oil. And cook these till they're nice and golden brown on both sides. We'll flip it after about a few minutes. And with this little side-by-side action, our waffles should be done, and yes, they are. That's the thing of a buttermilk waffle, that they just become so nice and fluffy. Just see, they've fluffed up already in the waffle machine. Beautiful. Now all we have to do is just wait for the chicken to get cooked. It's been about a couple of minutes. I'm going to flip the chicken to let it cook on the other side, and the visual cue for this is you will see that it starts to brown from the edges. So very carefully, make sure you don't get oil splashed on yourself. It's hot. Just turn them over. Okay, so while the chicken is frying on the other side, I'm just going to make a really nice dressing for our chicken waffle sandwich. I've got about 3 tablespoons of hung yogurt. You can use mayo. I just like hung yogurt, so I'm using that. And I'm going to add a bit of chili sauce to this. I like a little bit of kick to it. Just add that. Little bit of black pepper. And of course, some salt. If you're using mayo, you can skip the salt because that'll have salt in it already. But I'm using yogurt, so I'm going to add some salt. This was about 1/4 teaspoon. Just whisk that together. And in the meantime, don't forget the chicken. Keep an eye on it. This is done. Honestly, I just can't wait to put this together. And just pull these out and let the oil drain out. And also let them rest and cool a bit. And these are just so beautifully golden brown and smell divine. And like I told you, true love is deep fried. Say it with me. The chicken has rested and cooled, so now it's time to start assembling our chicken and waffle sandwiches. So now here, I'm just going to spread a little bit of this dressing at the bottom. Don't go very heavy with the dressing because otherwise the waffles will become a bit soggy. So just spread that around. You can see that's on the bottom side. And this is the side that's going to go on top. So I'm just going to put a little bit of dressing on the inside as well. Okay, that's done. Let's line that up with some chicken. I'm going to put 2 pieces here because, well, why not? Top that up with some finely sliced tomatoes by my director. He helps me when he's not behind the camera. And this is the part where I will pretend to be healthy and add some greens. I'm using some rocket or arugula leaves, but honestly use any greens that you like or can find. Lettuce is great. You want to be fancy and use microgreens, do that. And top that up. Whoa, that is a massive, epic sandwich. Okay, so I know that not all of you have waffle makers at home, but honestly, it is so worth buying a waffle machine. You can get them so easily online or in stores. And of course, we have a recipe for sweet waffles linked in the description box below. So try that recipe and of course, these epic chicken and waffle sandwiches. And do not forget to subscribe to get curried.